You know what he just did? You know what he just did?
So the coach, see the ball in the field? It's the pitching ball, supposedly. And he said he always keeps it there because he's superstitious. And every time he keeps it there, they win. I didn't know that. I picked it up and put it next to these balls along the wall. He saw that, picked the ball up and put it back, and then explained to me the situation, and I was like, uh-oh. Oh, shit. Thank you, Brian.
How are you supposed to know that?
Exactly. How are you supposed to know? So, this game ought to be interesting. Oh, well.
Yeah, go on and tell him what you did.
So you see the ball right there, right? Apparently that's so coach puts it there every time it's there in the game. And I was just trying to be a nice guy, pick the ball up. There's three on the wall. So saw that, picked the ball up, throws it back, and I was like,
Guys ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah, are you ready, Bradley? Because if you keep messing up. That feels nice.
Oh no, he heard that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County as we are gearing up for Game 2 of our doubleheader here as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals take on the Hawks of Southern Maryland. This is Isaac Donsky here, ready to bring all the action. And Game 1, if you missed it, the Cardinals rallied from a 4-3 deficit in the bottom of the fourth to score a 12-5 victory. Excuse me, 12-4 victory. Don't know why I gave Southern Maryland an extra run there. I'll just say that was brain rot. That was the issue. It's their 9th Mercy Rule victory in the last 11 games, continuing what has been a dominant stretch for the Cardinals. And now they are gearing up for Game 2 against Southern Maryland. The lineups are exactly the same. There's a few position changes we'll go over in a second. But let's take a look at the lineup for Southern Maryland. Leading off and playing second base will be a sophomore from Indian Head, Maryland, number 6, Kayla Gilligan. Batting second and playing in center field will be a freshman from La Plata, Maryland, number 7, Marissa Herndon. Batting third and playing third base will be a freshman from Mechanicsville, Maryland, number 20, Abby Norris. Batting fourth and playing at third base will be a freshman from Hughesville, Maryland, number 13, Elena Ayers. Batting fifth and pitching today will be a freshman from Indian Head, Maryland, number 24, Madison Kavlik. Batting sixth and playing first base will be a freshman from Hollywood, Maryland, number 17, Cameron Guy. Batting seventh and catching will be a freshman from Hughesville, Maryland, number 3, Madison Jury. Batting eighth and playing in left field will be a freshman from Waldorf, Maryland, number 4, Larissa Simons. And batting ninth and playing right field will be a freshman from La Plata, Maryland, number 11, Tia Dixon. Now, here is the starting lineup for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Batting first and playing at first base will be a sophomore from Catonsville, Maryland, number 12, Felicity Velocity Voss. Batting second and playing shortstop will be a freshman from Columbia, Maryland, number 7, Morgan Gross. Batting third and playing center field will be a sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, number 11, Abigail Heege. Batting fourth and playing in left field will be a sophomore from Jessup, Maryland, number 1, Mackenzie Brooks. Batting fifth and playing third base will be a freshman from Pasadena, Maryland, number 3, Tori Batch. Batting sixth and serving as the designated player will be a freshman from Essex, Maryland, number 24, Madeline Golt. Batting seventh Batting 7th and playing second base for the Cardinals will be a freshman from Kingsville, Maryland, number 17, Katie Weaver. Batting 8th and playing and catching for the Cardinals will be a freshman from Catonsville, Maryland, number 13, Kaylin Voss. And finally, batting 9th and playing right field will be a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, number 8, Mimi Trong. The starting pitcher for the Cardinals will be a freshman from St. Mary's, Maryland, number 18, Kaylee Rochelle. We'll be right back with the first pitch of today's game. Pitching for the Cardinals here in Game 2 will be Kaylee Rochelle, the ace for the Cardinals. This season across 24 appearances with a record of an ERA of 3.05.
Welcome back for Game 2 of our doubleheader.
She will face Kayla Gilligan to start here in Southern Maryland. Here are the defensive positions here for Game 2. Rochelle is pitching. Kaylin Voss will be catching. Her cousin Felicity Voss will be at first. Katie Weaver will be at second. Morgan Gross will be at short. Tori Batch at third. Left field, Mackenzie Brooks. Right field, Mimi Trong. Center field will be Abby Hagee, as Kayla Gilligan will start things off. As there is strike one right off the bat. A good start here for Rochelle. Rochelle had a solid game one, but did allow 4 runs, but made up for it by locking down Southern Maryland in her last inning. Cardinals into that game in the 5th due to mercy rule. Tipped up foul, and that will land in the woods. That's 1. And that brings in the little fun mini game we do in our broadcasts, Foul Ball Derby, where we try to guess how many foul balls are going to fly back into the woods. It's only foul balls who fly into the woods. If it's a regular foul ball, it does not count. 0-2 hole outside, ball 1. Last time we had just 2 foul balls for Foul Ball Derby. Only 2 went back in the woods, so we all have smashed the under for game 2. Pitch is outside. Ball 2, excuse me. Two-two pitch. Inside. Ball 3. And a full count for Gilligan. Smacked right back to the glove of the pitcher. That is out 1. And a great defensive play by Kaylee Rochelle.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 7, Marissa Herndon.
Marissa Herndon, second center fielder, is up next. First pitch for Rochelle, outside, ball 1. Grounds it foul, strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Up a little bit, ball 2. Two and one, smacked up into center field. Hagee is back, and she will make the out. 2 away. Catcher Kaylin Voss joking there. Couldn't see the ball through the sun. That glare from the sun right overhead is going to be an issue in this game for the batters. As this game is starting late in the evening, should wrap up just past 7 o'clock. That's depending whether we get a quick one or go the full distance. Outside pitch, ball 1 to Abby Norris, the leading hitter for Southern Maryland. One and 0. Smacked up, that's going to land short. Second baseman's on it, flips it to first. 3 up, 3 down. Cardinals with a great defensive stand as we head to the bottom of the first.
Southern Maryland down in order.
Now pitching for Southern Maryland here in game 2. Same starter from game 1. Madison Kavlik.
Southern Maryland 0, Catonsville coming to bat.
10.28 ERA. Pitching has been a big struggle this season for Southern Maryland. Their hitting has been solid. They just haven't been able to get it done on the defensive side of the ball. Kavlik will warm up, but we'll take a quick break and be right back with the bottom of the first. Leading off in the top of the first for the Cardinals will be the first baseman. Her teammates refer to her as Velocity. It's Felicity Voss out of Catonsville, Maryland. Now, if you haven't watched this Catonsville Cardinals lineup, should probably mention to you that our first 6 batters are all power hitters, so that strikes fear into the hearts of opponents. Last game, Cardinals smashed 3 dingers, including Felicity Voss, who hit a big one right over the center field fence. 2-run home run that helped the Cardinals get the lead back after trailing 4-3. As they try to stake their claim here in Game 2. First pitch, hits her square on the thigh, and it will be a hit by pitch and a walk to first for Felicity Voss, as this brings up number 7, the shortstop. Let's take a trip down to Motown. It's Morgan Gross, the freshman at Columbia, Maryland, graduate of Howard High School. Gross, solid production for her this year as she gets an inside pitch, ball 1. High pitch, ball 2. High, 3-0. Morgan Gross, 1 away from an evening stroll to first. The 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. And that's 2 on right off the bat for the Cardinals, as this brings up the leading batter for the Cardinals this season, number 11 out of Baltimore, Maryland, Abby Home Run Hagee. And she smacks that one up, foul ball. It will land out of here. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch for Hagee. Outside, ball 1. Cardinals batter showing a lot of patience here in Game 1, different from Game 2, where they were very aggressive off the bat. 1-1 pitch, high, ball 2. Hagee this season with a slugging percentage of over 1. She's smashed down 12 doubles, 4 triples, and 8 home runs as she swings and misses for strike 2. Actually, now tied for home runs on the season with Tori Batch, the third baseman, as a big cloud of dust gets kicked up. Pitch. Inside, ball 3, and a full count for Abby Hagee. The 3-2 pitch. Hagee grounds it foul. And it narrowly avoiding getting hit by that grounded foul was head coach Jeff Galbraith. Just imagine him at the next practice. Give me 20 laps around the field right now. That's for trying to take out my legs. Remains a full count for Abby Hagee. Pitch. Hagee smacks it foul. Lots of contact here. Just hasn't been able to get it to go fair. The 3-2 pitch. Kavlik takes her time, throws, popped up. It will be caught by the third baseman. Norris almost lost it in the sun there for a second. Up next for the Cardinals will be the left fielder, Mackenzie Brooks, who for this game will be going by the name Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Brooks likes to have a lot of fun with her eye black, and for today's games has drawn the face paint that Pennywise, the clown, and the main villain from the It movies wore, as she gets strike 1. Another big power hitter here for the Cardinals. Again, they have 6 straight to open it up with. This game's looking to be a little more dusty than game one, as this heat is baking the field, dusting it up. Brooks checks her swing. 1-1. Only one out for the Cardinals here. The 1-1 pitch. On target, strike two. One and two. Pitch. Smashes it up, bounces off the chest of the pitcher, and the bases are loaded. Mackenzie Brooks with a nasty slap up the middle. Pitcher dropped it as this brings up third baseman number 3, Tori Batch, who last game tied Abby Hagee for the most home runs this season. They've been having a bit of an arms race to see who can smash the most dingers, and Tori Batch made a statement with a 3-run home run in game one. Another freshman who came out of nowhere this season and emerged as one of the Cardinals' most dangerous weapons. And with the bases loaded and only one out, has a chance to perhaps add to the total. First pitch. She will knock it foul as the third baseman and Felicity Voss both had to leap out of the way. We had a situation during one of the away games against Garrett back during spring break. Tori Batch actually hit a line drive that actually hit Abby Hagee. Excuse me, other way around. Abby Hagee actually hit a line drive that hit Tori Batch. You can see why Felicity Voss may have been a little nervous there. As that one gets knocked back. For a foul, strike two. Every time a player moves out there, you get a cloud of dust getting kicked up. They just there's no wind, so it kind of just hangs out. That could be interesting. See if that has any effect. Oh, 0-2. Pitch. Got away from the catcher. Runners stay put. It'll be ball one. It's not like baseball where if it gets away from the catcher, you'll often see the runner at third take off. There's not as much space between home plate and the backstops. So it's a little rare for runners to try and make a move and try and take home when that happens. 1-2 for Tori Batch. Pitch. Batch, little dribbler up to the catcher, throws it right back. They get the out at home. So the Cardinals are held scoreless here, but the bases remain loaded as Batch advances to first. As this brings out the designated player number 24 out of Essex, Maryland, Madeline Golt.
Designated player number 24, Madeline Golt.
A good defensive stop there by Southern Maryland to avoid a run. Tori Batch only got a little bit of contact on it. Bases remain loaded, but now with two outs, Cardinals can't afford another mistake like that. High pitch, ball one. Pitch. Ball two. Two and 0. Pitch is off target. Ball three. And Southern Maryland is one ball away for potentially giving up a run. 3-0. Golt, another very patient batter. As there is strike one. Oh! They tried to get Gross out at first. They could not. At third. You know what? I'll take getting bases messed up than what happened last year during a handful of our broadcasts when I got left and right field confused. It happens. You're in the moment. Your brain kind of forgets one thing. It can happen in these high-pressure situations. 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4, and the Cardinals will strike first as Morgan Gross scores off of a walk. How about that? Gross giving some instructions to the next batter, number 17, the second baseman, Katie Weaver.
Seventh, the second baseman, number 17.
Our last
Katie
broadcast
Weaver.
against Hagerstown, Weaver made a diving catch, the catch of the year, and then followed it up with the play of the year when she hit an inside-the-park home run. First pitch to Weaver. She will pop that one up. Shortstop calls for it and makes the catch, and that'll do it for the first. 1-0 is the score. As we head to the second, Cardinals strike first. We'll be right back.
A hit batsman, 2 walks and 3 left. We played 1 complete. Catonsville 1, Southern Maryland 0.
Leading off here in the top of the second for Southern Maryland, number 13, Elena Ayers. As Kaylee Rochelle looks to keep up the pace after shutting down 3 batters there in the top of the first. First pitch, strike 1. Sun's starting to set in the distance. It's definitely going to be in the eyes of the batters. There's a bunt attempt. It's a good bunt down the left field line. Batch picks it up, can't make the throw. And then the old saying goes in baseball, there goes the no-hitter. As one climbs aboard. Southern Maryland with their first hit, as this brings up the pitcher, number 24, Madison Kavlik.
24, Madison Kovic.
First pitch, just a bit off, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, smacked up to first base. Voss will make the tag. That's 1 away. Runner does advance to second, though.
First baseman, number 17, Cameron Gay.
Cameron Guy up next for the Hawks. Number 17. As she will also go for a bunt, wouldn't get it. Runner tries to take third. They got her. Morgan Gross makes the play and gets the out. And the Cardinals now just need one more out here. Oh, 0-1. Pitch. Popped up and lands right in front of us off of the catch fencing. Remains an 0-2 count. 0-2, smacked, foul down the left field line. What? It's getting cooked well done. Yeah, I mean, I can't really. Don't worry, it'll go behind the trees, thing will be fine. Remains a 1-2 count here for Guy. Pitch. Guy will pop it up, heads up. That will land just behind us by the Gators. Oh, 0-2. Pitch. Line drive, fair. Gets past Tori Batch. That will advance Guy to first, and she will stay there as it rolls back into the corner. A lot of velocity on that hit. Just sent it slamming down the left field line.
Catcher number 3, Madison Jury.
As this will bring up Madison Jury, the catcher. Same lineups for both teams, but the Hawks moved around some pieces where they were playing. Jury played outfield in game 1. First pitch, ball 1. One and 0. Pitch. There is strike 1. One and 1. Popped up. Look out. It lands into the hands of a fan. At some point, somebody is going to hit that just right where it goes through the gap here.
Give that fan a contract.
We'll give that fan a contract if he wants.
Give that fan a contract.
We're waiting for the day that somebody hits a foul ball that pops up and goes through the gap in our catch fence and lands in the booth. I said in game 1 is here's the pitch. That one is knocked up into the woods. There's number 2 for foul ball derby. I said in game 1, whoever manages to hit a foul ball up into that gap, I will give them a Little Caesars coupon. I don't think I'm allowed to do that, but just to let this be known. So there will be a substantial reward for whoever gets a foul ball through the gap into our press box, as that one is fouled off.